Good morning. How are you? Today we say good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope this finds you well. My name is Toks Beverley, and today we want to talk about dealing with negative emotions and feeling a little bit low. And you say to yourself, why am I feeling low? Why am I dealing with this negative emotion? And then I think one thing that could help is the fact that we just had an eclipse, and there are 3 eclipses going to happen. So we had one on the full moon on the 5th of June. So a lot of negativity and feelings of worry or anxiety or feeling not loved, listened to, honored, respected, may come up. And we see all this energy coming up with all that's happening around the world, where people feel that they've been belittled, they haven't been honored. And I keep talking about the same theme, that it's so important to be seen, to seek to understand, and then to seek first to understand and then be understood. And this is such a difficult thing to do on many levels. How do we seek to understand somebody else's pain when we are in pain ourselves? So I say to you, just enable yourself, just allow yourself to feel that you need that help, that you are going through your negative feeling. So as I said earlier on, we have 3 eclipses. We had the first one on the 5th of June, right? That was a full moon eclipse. So what erupted for you? What created a negative emotional feeling that you may even be feeling the effects of a disappointment or a broken relationship, a divorce, an anger, something that's still lingering in you. And we have the next eclipse on the 21st of June. It's a new moon in Cancer. Cancer is an emotional sign. You're going to feel a lot of emotions. It's a water sign. So if there are emotions within you that you've had suppressed, this new moon in Cancer, which is also a solar eclipse, is going to bring it. You see, eclipses reveal and hide things. So your negative emotions enable you to see what it is that you need to attend to. So negative emotions and feelings are very good because they tell you you are not happy, you are not at peace, you are not in harmony. And the negative emotion could be envy, jealousy, anger, frustration, wanting to lord over. It could be bullying, it could be whatever negative emotion that triggers. So you may be bullied, someone may have bullied you, or you may feel bullied and another person may feel you're bullying them. So again, the miscommunication, the lack of communication, the lack of understanding, the inability to listen to each other, the inability to hear, the inability to forgive, the inability to say you must do it this way or not at all. Dealing with negative feelings can keep you in ego, can keep you lost, can keep you refusing to do your negative energy work. Because when you do and you look at your negative energy work, you're looking at your negative emotions. You're looking at the real pain that's buried under layers and layers of pretending you're not angry, pretending you are not hurt. And these are working with the negative emotions. You really need to understand your negative emotions. As you point to somebody, as you point your finger, notice that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 other fingers pointing back at you. Even I was trying to demonstrate that. I found it even difficult. So we're busy pointing. You're pointing at someone. And notice all the fingers pointing back at me. Can you see it? So the question I ask you is, as you're dealing with your negative emotions, how are they affecting you? Are you sleeping? Perhaps you're binging or you're not eating. And the next eclipse is going to be on the 5th of July, which is 2 days before my birthday. So on the 5th of July is another eclipse, and it's a full moon in Capricorn. So we had a full moon eclipse. We're going into a new moon eclipse and another full moon eclipse. And as we know, full moons are times of emotions, where your negativity comes out, your anger, your frustration, your inadequacies, your vulnerability shines. And I want you to recognize that these negative emotions are okay. Because you now know what they are, you can deal with them, you can face them, you can acknowledge them, you can say, I really need to work on this aspect of my life. I really need to work on my anger. I really need to work on my pain. I really need to work on my frustration. I really need to work on my attitude to men, to women, to relationships, my belief. So these negative emotions are good because these negative emotions empower you. They tell you, look, let's look at the reality of our life. So when you are dealing with negative emotions, what are you deciding to do? You're deciding to refine yourself. You're deciding to stand strong and say, yes, this is me. So what one negative emotion do you feel affects you the most? So just think of one. So perhaps you're impatient. Perhaps you can't give love. Perhaps you can't express love. Perhaps you have an inner critic that criticizes you all the time. So when somebody pays you a compliment, you feel like, what are they up to? What do they want from me? But you cannot receive it. And you feel it's not worthy. When somebody says your hair looks lovely, or you look fabulous, or you have a beautiful voice, you can't receive it. You don't allow yourself to receive a compliment. Because the negative feeling in you, the ego in you, has an inner critic, or the negative feeling says you are nothing, and who are you to accept such a compliment? Who are you? And I say, you are enough. Your negative emotions and feelings empower you to know what you need to work on. That's all. If you see them as your friend, your negative emotions, and see that this is highlighting to you, that inner wisdom in you is highlighting what you need to work on, what you need to release. Perhaps you have an old pattern that doesn't serve you anymore, an old habit. And then you look at the pattern and you begin to realize, oh, I sound like my mother or my father or my friend, or the very thing that has happened to me. Perhaps it's because maybe I brought it on. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe something to do with my past life. Maybe something to do with my life. Maybe I've done it to somebody before. And then you breathe in, that negative emotion that just sometimes makes you cry. And you forgive yourself. You forgive the other people. You relearn to love yourself. You relearn to anchor, to see your negative emotions as something positive. Perhaps a learning curve. Perhaps a healing. And perhaps a realization that you'll just enjoy being in this pattern and creating this pattern. It suits you, it fits you. This negativity is part of who you are. It justifies you. It makes you who you are. And just honor that. There is no right or wrong. What I'm trying to say today is just honor how you feel. Are you up at night because of a thought? Have you been frightened? Has somebody tried to abuse you? Or are you being abused? Are you abused with words, with physical abuse? Are you being hit? Is there sexual abuse? What is happening that you feel maybe it's okay for it to happen to you and you hide it? And this negative feeling makes you feel like you're not worthy. You have no rights. You can't even empower yourself. So today, for those of you who are watching that have something hidden from others, let's today call in the light of the divine within you and find hope. And find perhaps, if not hope, an inner strength in you that you are okay. You are valuable. You are enough, even though you feel abused and used, and you feel the negative emotions. So I'd like you to just breathe in and breathe out. Let's do an exercise to breathe in and breathe out. And just be aware that there is an angel of light around you. If you don't believe in angels, just call in the element of the flame, of the fire, and see a fire burning in front of you. That may be easier for you. Just visualize there's this big bonfire in front of you. And I want you to throw into this flame, this all your negative emotions, all the abuse you feel you're having, all that anger, all the feeling you feel towards a person or a group, any resentment. Just keep pouring it into this big flame, this spiritual sacred flame in front of you. Yes, I'm holding that. And here's a flame. If you want a real physical flame, then here is a physical flame. And you're holding this flame, and I'm holding this flame. And this flame holds that vibration whereby you are wanting healing in your life. You're wanting to empower yourself. So I hold that flame for you to just remember and to have a resonance. And can you see that reflection? So I just move it across the screen. And that movement is the flame moving away what no longer serves you. Just feel that. Really feel that energy. It feels so good. So that flame, you're just throwing everything into that flame in front of you. So I'm going to put this down. So visualize a flame. And this flame, you are throwing everything that you do not like. Your resentment, your negative feeling, you're releasing that. So this flame is inside, it's maybe even around you. Perhaps you prefer the flame is all around you. And you're releasing everything and it's going into the flame. And the flame is burning away all those negative emotions that you can think of right now. And all the emotions that are coming through because of the 3 eclipses that are going to be happening. We've already had 1, there are 3 more to come. And you want to be able to deal with the negative feelings and emotions that are coming through that perhaps you cannot control, that frighten you. So breathe in and just breathe in that flame of air around you, a circle of flame around you, if that's easier. Or perhaps you want that vision of the flame in front of you. So if it's easier, you just throw into that flame in front of you. All that negative feeling you're throwing into the flame. And as you're doing so, you can feel yourself releasing. And the flame is transforming. It's transforming that negative feeling within you. You're acknowledging and you're just releasing. You're letting it go. And the flame is transmuting. The flame of Yahweh is transmuting, transforming that negative fundamental darkness. So you feel a lightness of being, or perhaps for some of you, you may have a flame around you, and this flame is burning away what no longer serves you, those negative feelings, those emotions that are consuming you, that are stopping you from falling asleep at night, from doing your work, from moving forward. So breathe in and just release. I release with ease the negative feelings into the flame. Dear flame of the hour, help me to release my negative feelings I have now. I acknowledge the negative feelings are affecting my mind, my body, my spirit, my soul, my heart, even my thinking and my sleep. And breathe in and breathe out and just let go as appropriate, as you want to. You don't need to, you may want to, just let go. I let go with ease, I let go with joy, I let go, and breathe in and breathe out. And you're releasing your negative feelings and negative emotions, you just release into the flame. And the element and the power of the flame that transmutes, that transforms, that transcends, burning away what no longer serves you. And you start to breathe in life force into your life. You start to breathe in love into your life. You start to open yourself to more abundance, more love. It feels really wonderful just to feel this love. As you release and as you prepare, because as I said, there are 3 eclipses. You've already had the first. So all that emotion with the full moon. And then this eclipse is going to be on a new moon. And then the next eclipse is going to be on a full moon. So we have 2 full moons with a new moon in between. That is a lot of emotion. That is a lot of cleansing. That is a lot of darkness that being revealed that you may have or not have that you may be aware of and not be aware of, and it just comes out. Prepare yourself as you continue to live your life here on earth, and you to continue to have the strength in you to be able to face each learning with ease. And if you find it difficult, feel free to message me, and I'll be only too happy to serve you as appropriate. And breathe in and breathe out. Dear God, Buddha, Allah, Great Spirit, Alhamdulillah. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabaoth. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Saraswati, crying gate immortals. Help us in this circle of fire. Help us in this fire before me. Help us as I release my negative emotions. I release them now. I feel a lightness. I take ownership for my emotions, and I release these negative emotions, and I ask to learn the lesson of each emotional pain. Breathe in and breathe out. It feels so nice just to release and begin to breathe in a freshness of creative life force. Each breath you take now brings in creative life force, creative energy. Each breath you breathe in is an anchoring to yourself and an honoring of yourself as you breathe in fresh breath, fresh air into your body, into your life, and begin to feel that in you. And just you've released, and the flame is just burning away what no longer serves you, and soon the flame will vanish and go. And give thanks to the flame. Give thanks to the flame. Dear flame, thank you, gong song, gong song. Thank you, flame. Thank you, all the beings of light that came to help us in this healing and this caring. And breathe in and breathe out. And giving thanks, and as you do, put your hands together, collect all energy, all the good energy within you, all come as one. And breathe in life force, and breathe in fresh breath, and begin to feel positive emotion. For every negative emotion that was released comes back to you as a beautiful positive emotion. I am safe. I am protected. I am enough. I am important. I have value. I have boundary. Yes, it's okay for me. I feel free. I feel liberated. I feel joy in my life. I have hope. I have the strength to take the action I need ahead. And breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. And really, really, really enjoy the energy. Really, really enjoy it. Feel free to enjoy it. And give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks for the healing. I give thanks for the message. I give thanks for the wisdom. I give thanks for my healing. I give thanks for my wisdom. I give thanks for the element fire. I give thanks for my passion. I give thanks for me. Aho, aho, aho. Breathe in deeply and breathe out, feeling really good. Begin to breathe in the whole of today. I want you to spend the next 2 hours, 3 hours, or just all day breathing in positive energy into your life. Positive life force. And I choose to love myself today. I choose to love myself. I am enough, and I am okay. And I invite in the wisdom in me. It is with joy that I invite in the wisdom. So thank you all very much. I hope you enjoyed that. I shall see you again. Have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening. Share the video, write your comments. It'll be nice. Bye. Thank you. Bye.